This is a tutorial on the population data menu. Under the population data menu, you're going to be able to pull analysis for data on your full population. You have 4 different types of filters to be able to run. The first one is analyzed by a certain device. Each one of these filters, you have the option to choose a start and an end date. So for example, if I click the start date, I get a calendar view. I can now choose a start date. It automatically takes me to an end date. I can now choose an end date. You then have a drop-down option for the reading type that you want to analyze by. You have the options of all the device we captured data for. You then have a subtype. So for example, if you choose something that collects multiple type of readings, like blood pressure, you have the option to pick out of the 4 different measurements it's collecting. You then have the analyze by. You can choose by greater than, less than, between, or not between. You then have the input value to fill in. You simply click submit. The software will now evaluate the time between start date of 7/1 to 8/1 of 2019. There was 100 total readings found, but 3 of them only fit the condition that was greater than 140 systolic with a 3, and it also gives you the percent. You then have the option to view all the individuals that participated in getting those counts. Each one of these gives you an option to jump right in to the user profile. Simply by just hit the visit profile, it'll hyperlink to a new page, and you're now able to start a remote patient monitoring session or review the patient data or add notes for that individual patient. You also have the option to print. The analyze by expectation are expectations that you've built out. So you have a start date, you have an end date, and now you have all these expectations that you built out that you can run a filter for. The analyze by global threshold is the thresholds you set for your individual population of what's considered low, what's considered high, and the in between of what is good range. Simply go through the same method of being able to just pick a date range. Start date, end date, the device you want to evaluate, and with global thresholds, you have an option for analyze by readings found. Let's show you how that works. So this is how you would run a global threshold. If you hit submit, it's going to go out and review from this date range of March the 1st to 8/6 blood glucose based on your threshold values had a total readings of 570 for your population's total readings. 62 of them were considered high readings, and 255 of them were considered low readings, giving you a percent of high for 11% and a low of 45%. You can print this. You can analyze it by each individual user that has triggered this to show population data. It shows you the individual patient name, patient email, the readings found, total readings found for this individual patient, what percent of it was high with the counts of what was considered high, what percent was considered low, and the total count of their low readings, and what was considered good percent, and a total what was considered good. It also gives you the average for that individual patient and their last test that they took. You always have the option to visit profile so you can begin to add notes for this individual user. But I wanted to show you the readings found optional filter. So in here, you're looking at data. Let's just say I don't want to include with anyone that has less than 20 readings. I can now go in and say, analyze by greater than count of readings found greater than 19. I hit submit, and now my percentages have changed, and now the details is only reviewing certain users, which are the patients that have found readings we've collected that are greater than 20, greater than 19, meaning 20 and above. That is the analyze by global thresholds. The fourth option we have is analyze by engagement. The software will go out and collect data for those individual users you've set prescribed test rate. In here, you can simply choose to select the month or select the start date of the month. You can choose any month that you want. So we'll go ahead and choose January all the way to end date August. You now can hit submit. The software will go out and review and start gathering all the data of your prescribed test rate individuals, and then we'll come back with an individual report that will show you their total active users for a particular month, their total active users that were engaged with a percent, so it gives you always a count and then the percent. And active users is considered all the individual patients that are still active and enrolled with you. Engage is considered those that are following your prescribed test rate. They're engaged, we're supposed to test once a week or once a day. That means they are engaged. Active users engaged and in good threshold will go out and find out who are those prescribed users that are properly testing at their prescribed test rate and are considered in the good threshold. Active users engaged and out of threshold, which could be a combination of low and high in their percent. Active users that have not uploaded in the last 4 days with a percent. Active users that have not uploaded in 7 days or greater. And we also have through the software note section that an individual patient can be requested to be put on the do not call list. So what we've done with the engagement is support, so provides daily monitoring of your individual patients. So if we see someone has not uploaded within a certain period of time based on your prescribed test rate, we will reach out to that individual on your behalf and make sure that they know how to use the device, they have no problems with the device, and encourage them to upload. But we do offer an option if someone does not want to participate in that, and if we see that that individual patient is on a do not call list, we would not reach out to that individual patient. At any time through the software, you can click any of the menu options of the underlined option, and it will show you the details of those individual users that it's counting that. You pick a different one, 0, there is none, but you can actually choose any of those highlighted underlined ones, and it will show you those individual patients with the option to visit their profile. That is the population data menu tutorial.